Hello viewers, this is Shahidul Islam. Once again welcome you to the Shahidul Academy. Hope you are fine. Today I'm gonna discuss about a continuous part of the belief systems regarding the dopamine connections with belief. We'll cover what is dopamine, how it helps to control the brain, how dopamine is connected with belief, how to increase that dopamine naturally. Yes, stay with me, and I would like to personally thank all of you who has already subscribed to my channel, and the person who is newcomer to my channel like to request to subscribe my channel and activate the bell button to get the update. Okay, let's start. What is dopamine then? Dopamine is basically a powerful neurotransmitter chemicals in the brain. It's a chemical that's basically released in our brain from one nerves or one neurons to send signals to other neurons, and it helps to control our brain to different functions like our mood and pleasure, our body movement, and memory and emotional responses. So these are the basically activities of our brain that is controlled by that dopamine chemicals. I mean the neurotransmitter chemicals, dopamine. Okay, so how dopamine is connected with belief? Before I go for answering this, we need to understand how our belief is formed. Normally, we form our beliefs about the world based on the information we get from our senses. When our sensory perception surprises us, that means when it gets surprises, it means that the world has changed, and this might cause us to update our beliefs. That means when we are surprised that for this particular surprise we are not expecting, or we are not thinking about it, it has been completed or it has come very suddenly, that's why we are being surprised. So the representation updating process is caused by the neurotransmitter dopamine, and that was first explained by the lead researchers Matthew Noor from the University College London and King's College London. That will be covered today, how dopamine is connected with the belief systems through the examinations. For the study purpose, they used a fMRI machine, that is functional magnetic response imaging machine, to read the brain of the people as they were changing the short-term beliefs, and relates to the participants' dopamine functions later. They also use a scanner machine, that is positron emission tomography (PET) machine. This machine was used to measure the activity of the dopamine systems while updating the belief. Okay, first of all, the volunteers were asked to respond to a series of sounds and images. Among the sounds and images, some of them were meant to surprise. That means that is basically different, beyond our expectations. This would cause the participant to change their beliefs about the task environment. Since a surprise is some things the brain didn't expect, what I have already mentioned, it didn't conform to its current belief. That's why we get surprised with the exception. They found that two key brain areas of our dopamine system, that is called the midbrain and the striatum, appears to be more active when a person updates their beliefs about the world, and these activity is related to measure of dopamine functions in this region. This is the first study to establish a direct link between the dopamine activity and the process of updating beliefs in humans. Such findings could have several implications, especially relating to drugs or medicine that have a powerful impact on dopamine levels in the brain. Cocaine use, for example, increases brain dopamine release and can cause significant changes in our perceptions and beliefs about the surrounding world, the team explains. Now we do understand how dopamine is related to our belief systems, how dopamine is controlling the brain in different pleasure, mood and motivational things. So if dopamine is released in large amount, that means it creates feelings of pleasure and reward and motivate to repeat a specific behavior, increase curiosity. On the other hand, if dopamine released in a low amount, which means that reduce the motivation and decrease the enthusiasms. So now we need to know how we can increase the dopamine systems naturally. Let's see. The first of all, eat a lot of protein, basically a block of amino acids. So there are 23 types of amino acids, and among the 23 types of amino acids, most of the amino acids is auto-generated in our body, and some of the amino acids we get from them. Among the 23 types of amino acid, there is an amino acid that is called tyrosine. This tyrosine plays a vital role in the production of dopamine. So let's see what are the foods containing more proteins and tyrosines. Number 1, lentils, broccoli, almonds, avocado, green tea, coffee, watermelon, milk, banana, chicken and chocolate. These are the food you need to eat more to increase your dopamine systems. Number 1. Number 2, exercise often or meditation. It has been found, it has been studied that if you do exercise for an hour or yoga for an hour 6 days per week, that will significantly increase your dopamine levels. The study also found that 64% of our dopamine productions after meditating for an hour is more compared to resting quietly. So it is important to exercise and meditate every day to increase your dopamine systems, to activate your motivations, to increase your pleasure mood or ecstasy. Then number 3, eat less saturated fat. We need to control saturated fat. What food items? Red meat, butter, oil, mayonnaise, palm oil, coconut oil, ice cream, these all are containing most of the saturated fat. That is short, such as those found in animal fat. These foods basically may interrupt dopamine signalings in the brain. So if you consumed these types of food in large amount, that means the dopamine release will be decreased. So we need to be careful of taking these types of food. 4th, get enough sleep. Study shows that in the morning when you get up, dopamine is released in large amount. On the other hand, when you at the end of the day, at the evening, the dopamine is released in very low amount. So get proper sleep, get the proper dopamine systems activated to be more active and motivated persons. Then listen to music. This is very important. Study shows that listening to music increase the activity in the reward and pleasure areas of the brain. So try to listen music. Thank you very much to stay with me.